the permission to record the lesson.
Miss, and can we go through these a bit fast? Um,
Yes,
because there,
inshallah, I'll,
yeah,
yes, go ahead.
because there are like certain amount of topics we need to cover.
It's okay. Inshallah, this presentation, I'll wind it up today.
Yeah,
Probably it will just take half an hour to complete this presentation because half of it is we have already done and
yeah.
half is remaining. So
Because
that
in
is why.
total I have like 13 presentations to cover up.
Okay, you want to study other topics as well other than organic chemistry?
No, it's everything is related organic chemistry. No,
Okay, okay. So go ahead, inshallah. As we have studied about the alkanes, we are done with its introduction. Now, regarding the practice of the molecular and structural formula, alhamdulillah, you have done. That's good. Okay, now moving towards the another formula. This is in front of you, the displayed formula of propane.
mm,
Along with structure formula, you can see it's a composed structure. However, in the displayed formula, all the bonds are represented clearly, whether it's a single or a double bond. Now, how are we going to name the compounds? First of all, we should be very particular about this chronological order. Plus, we should be very clear that this counting, because carbon 1, what does carbon 1 represent? Carbon 2, carbon 3. So this is the single counting which is represented in all the four families of the organic chemistry. So you should be very particular about it. For example, meth is for 1. It is the same carbon number which is present in alcohol as well, in alkanes as well, in even acids as well. So we will make this word meth common in all the families. But according to the families, obviously, there.
like message methyl, ethyl.
So if it is yeah, it will automatically change. But you have to keep in mind these 10 counting numbers. Okay, now as you can see, there is a change in the name plus the molecular formula and the structural formula. But as the carbon atom increases, their boiling points also increases, right? Because due to the increase in their masses, the large amount of heat energy is required to boil, or obviously why boiling point increases. The other point is that because there is a gradual change in the state of these alkanes. You can see that the first four members of the alkane family are gaseous in nature. Slowly, gradually, it converts into a liquid phase and then finally to a solid state. Usually, 20th carbon atom, carbon contain 20 carbon, sorry, a compound contain 20 carbon is converted into a solid one. So first four are gases that have a smaller masses, and you can see their boiling points are also less. However, as their masses increases, carbon atom increases, their boiling point gradually increases, and so their state also increases. But obviously, keep it in the time that it is at room temperature (RTP). We are talking about at RTP. Now, moving forward, what does basically these, when we are displaying the formula, you can see that we have to write it down as a capital symbol. Carbon should be capital, hydrogen should be capital. And you already know that whatsoever the elements are present in the periodic table, they have their specific symbol. So we have to carry it out. It undergoes a substitution reaction, and hydrogen is substituted with chlorine. So we are going to write down the same formula, same symbol that is present in the periodic table, that is capital C and small l. So remember to use capital C and H for drawing the displayed formula. remember, obviously you have to write down the bonds as well.
Miss,
And yes.
we are only supposed to remember till 1 to 10, not till 20, right?
Beta, as far as I know that in their syllabus, first 20 elements should be learned along with their symbols. However, that periodic table is already given in your papers. So we need not to memorize the periodic table. It is given in the question paper every time.
All right.
Okay. So remember that the numbers in the formula are on the floor and not on the sky. Obviously, it is written as a subscript, not the superscript. Now, there are some questions. We'll be coming back on these questions. First, I want to go for the reactions. So now, when we are talking about the reactions, the alkanes undergoes two reaction. Number one is a combustion reaction, and the other one is a substitution reaction. What happened in the combustion reaction? In this sort of reaction, uh, one thing is must that combustion will only be done in the presence of one important gas, that is oxygen. At times, examiner write down the statement that, for example, the examiner says that the propane burn in air to produce carbon dioxide and water. So burns in air automatically means that it is burning in oxygen, because in the air, you know that 21% of the air is comprised of oxygen. And so this 21%, and this is the only gas which encourages heating. This is the only gas which encourages a lot of which ignites everything. So in the absence of oxygen, there would be no combustion. That is why we say that any compound in the presence of oxygen undergoes a combustion reaction. And whenever a compound undergoes a combustion reaction, it produces carbon dioxide and water. But there is a case scenario whenever we have an incomplete combustion means that there is not sufficient supply of oxygen. If there would be sufficient and a random supply of oxygen, then obviously carbon dioxide and water is going to be produced. But if there is insufficient supply, it means that the supply is not up to the normal level. So then what will happen, that the product would be carbon monoxide and water. How can you differentiate that this is a complete combustion or incomplete combustion? Yes, Abdullah, do you have any idea? How can you differentiate that it is complete combustion or incomplete combustion?
Means like you mean to describe each of them?
Yes, obviously, with the description, you can easily tell that whenever there is a complete combustion, the
Mhm.
products will be carbon dioxide and water. And if it would be incomplete combustion, it would be carbon monoxide and water. Now, let me give you an example over here. For example, I take the first member, CH4. It undergoes on heating with this excessive amount of oxygen, of which the product is carbon dioxide, CO2 plus H2O. Because over here, I cannot write in the subscript, so that's why I'm writing it over there. CH4 plus O2 give rise to carbon dioxide and water. This is complete combustion.
This
But
is
if they give,
all right.
sorry,
Complete combustion is when there is sufficient amount of oxygen present.
yes.
Yeah.
Now over here, they have said that in the case of incomplete combustion, obviously there is oxygen present, but not in sufficient amount, right? So the product will be carbon monoxide and water. Are you clear with the difference in the formula? Here it is carbon dioxide with CO2. Here it is carbon monoxide with CO.
Yeah. Got it. Yes.
Okay. Some students, they do mistake while writing down the equation. They, for example, when the examiner says, write down the equation for the incomplete combustion of ethane. Now, incomplete combustion of ethane, they usually write down, obviously ethane is having a formula C2H6 plus O, give rise to carbon monoxide plus water. Now, tell me, is this equation correct?
C2H6. C2H6 is ethane plus oxygen gives you carbon monoxide plus water.
Hmm.
Unless it isn't balanced, I guess.
No, forget about the balancing. The above equation is also not balanced. I haven't balanced. But can you tell me the difference, or is the all the three equations are correct? Okay, let me explain it to you. One thing which I need to brought into your notice is that look at this one. This is O2.
Miss,
I
for
have
the
written.
last one, C2O6 plus O, it should give carbon dioxide plus water.
No, beta. My point of telling you this over here is that if the examiner says, write down the incomplete combustion of ethane, writing down incomplete combustion, obviously you have written carbon monoxide and water. This is correct because incomplete combustion is there. But incomplete combustion doesn't mean that you will change the formula of oxygen. Oxygen will remain O2. But if it would be incomplete combustion, it won't be O, right? It won't be O. It will remain as O2. But obviously balancing of the equations will tell you that there is incomplete combustion. Let me give you another example that will clear your concept more. For example, I'm taking methane again because it's a smaller one and it's easy to explain. Methane and oxygen will give carbon monoxide plus water. This is the equation for
Yeah,
incomplete combustion.
and
Now I am writing down the equation for complete combustion.
carbon dioxide will be present.
Yes. Now help me out in balancing these equations, both the equations.
And for the first one, um,
Hmm.
uh, yeah, place a 2, CO2.
Yeah. I'll write two over here in order to balance, because carbon is already balanced. I have to balance hydrogen. So
Yeah.
hydrogen is going to be balanced by writing down 2 over here. Now what about oxygen?
You're talking about the first one or second?
Yes, I'm talking about the first one.
Carbon is balanced.
Carbon and hydrogen, they both are balanced now. How am I going to balance oxygen?
You will place a two CO and then on the other side two O2,
Okay, I'll write 2CO
and on the
and
other side two O2.
now do you think that now carbon is balanced?
Carbon two. No.
So how are we going to balance it now? Okay, forget about these one. Till here, carbon is balanced, hydrogen is balanced. how many oxygen is there? 2 plus 1, 3,
Yeah, 3.
right? So we can write either 3 by 2 over here, right? Or we can, what we can do is writing down 3 and multiply the entire equation with 2. So 2, 2, and 4.
तो आप पूछेंगे बेबी से मिल जाइए बेबी अभी सो रही था ना
Okay, now see, carbon is balanced, hydrogen is balanced, and oxygen, it also balances. 3 2s are 6. Over here, 4 plus 2 is 6. Carbon here is 2, and hydrogen here is 8. 2 4s are 8, and over here, hydrogen is also balanced, right?
You're right.
Okay, now balance this equation. Carbon is all by writing down 2 over here, right?
Right.
Okay, now oxygen over here is 2 and 2, 4. Now I can write 2 over here. Clear?
Clear.
Now, what's the difference between these two? This is incomplete combustion and this is complete combustion. In incomplete combustion, we usually need 1.5 moles of oxygen. However, in this, we need 2 moles of oxygen. So incomplete combustion means that there is less amount of oxygen available, but the product, it doesn't mean that you can change the formula. In incomplete combustion, though we use the word that oxygen is insufficient, but you cannot change the formula of oxygen. Always remember, whatsoever will be the formula designed by the scientist or designed by the chemist before, written in the periodic table, given to us, it can't be changed, right? Whether it is sufficiently supplied, insufficiently supplied, either you go for its fractional distillation, you break that down, but the formula can never be changed, right?
So we shouldn't balance it.
No, we should balance it, beta. But my point is, you cannot write down O only. The formula of oxygen is, this is what I'm going to clear it over here. Usually the students write O in order to see that it is incomplete combustion. But we are not going to write down O for the incomplete combustion because the formula will remain the same. It is reacting with the oxygen.
So we will write O2.
Suffix of any of the formula, yes. So changing the suffix of any of the formula will disturb the entire formula. I can give you one more example. For example, you have a formula for water is H2O, right? But just writing H2O2, this makes hydrogen peroxide, and this is a very dangerous poison. It's just like a poison. So see, what's the difference of writing down just 2 as a suffix over here will change their entire formula and will change their entire
Yes.
property. So incomplete combustion never means that the oxygen is not available. It means that carbon dioxide, it means that there is insufficient supply of oxygen, means that oxygen is not present in larger amount. It is present in lesser amount. Clear? The amount is less, but the formula can never be changed.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is the first reaction of alkanes. The other reaction is substitution reaction. Now, if we are talking about the substitution reaction, alkanes undergo substitution reaction with seventh group members. What is the general name given to the group 7 members? Do you know members?
Of the periodic table, miss?
Yeah, yes, of the periodic table.
Is it halogens?
Yes. Uh, Now halogens basically undergo a substitution reaction with alkanes.
Yeah.
Now we have an alkane in front of you, that is methane, and the substitution reaction and bromine, right? The chlorine, bromine, fluorine, iodine, astatine. These are the members of group 7. But uh, not all the group 7 members undergoes the reaction. If we go to the correct order, the first member of the group 7 is fluorine. The next member is chlorine, then bromine, then iodine, and then astatine. So these members, there is a gradual change in these members as well. There is a change in their physical state. Fluorine and chlorine, they exist in the gaseous state. Bromine as a solid and astatine as a solid. So all the gases and liquids, they can undergo a reaction with alkane family, but if they'll be converted into a solid one, for example astatine and iodine, they won't undergo any reaction with it, because alkanes family itself, the initial alkane family, as you all know, that they are either in the gaseous state or in the liquid state only. Are you getting it? So that is why we will only write down that alkanes undergo a chemical reaction with the group 7 members, and they and only first 3 members, fluorine, chlorine, and bromine. That's it. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we have the first member, that is methane, and it is reacting with the chlorine. Now, chlorine, it will be broken down, and this CH4 molecule is the 4 of this, one of the hydrogen is replaced with the chlorine. So what is usually meant by substitution? First of all, tell me what is meant by substitution.
When you substitute a particular reaction.
Yeah, no, what is meant by the word substitute?
Mm. When you exchange something.
Very good. When you replace or exchange something. For example, you have a substitution teacher in your classroom, right? Though let's say your chemistry teacher was absent the other day, and another teacher, she just came to your classroom, she delivered a lecture, and that's it, right? But she cannot take the position of the original teacher, right? So that is why this is a substitution reaction. Same is the case over here. If you have a methane, CH4, hydrogen is fixed over here. Though chlorine is going to be added on here, chlorine is just going to do the reaction, but afterwards the hydrogen is going to be replaced with the hydrogen. Same as the case when your teacher, obviously when she's going to be present the next day, she's going to be replaced with the original teacher. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So this is why, that is why this is known as a substitution reaction. If I'll draw in detail this structure, methane is this one. A single carbon bonded with the hydrogen on all the sides. Now this carbon and hydrogen, there is a bond between it. Similarly, there is a bond between chlorine and chlorine. Two chlorine atoms are joined together. Can you tell me the type of bonding present in chlorine?
Covalent bonding.
Perfect, covalent bonding. So now this chlorine and chlorine, what will happen? That because this hydrogen is going to be replaced with the chlorine, this chlorine is going to attach over here, and this hydrogen and chlorine will go and will make HCl. And you can see now how many hydrogens are there? 1, 2, 3, and one Cl is going to be attached over here. So that is why this is CH3Cl. Are you
Um,
getting it?
will this happen in every case, like in every scenario?
Yes, it happens in every case. In all the case of substitution reaction in alkanes. This is just they have given you the example of methane. It occurs in ethane, propane, butane, pentane, in every sort of reaction.
And the alkanes only react with chlorine, bromine, and
Yeah,
chlorine.
fluorine, yes, these three elements. And slowly, gradually, all these hydrogen will be replaced. In this first reaction, only hydrogen was replaced. Another reaction will go on and another hydrogen is going to be replaced. Then third one, then fourth one. If all hydrogens are going to be CCl4. Why CCl4? Because all the carbon two hydrogen bonds are broken down, and from that, in that case, as carbon to hydrogen bonds are broken, so in replacement of hydrogen, chlorine is going to be attached over there. Are you
What's
getting it?
what's tetrachloromethane?
This is what I'm telling you. It is one carbon along with, this is four hydrogen, but when we are going to do the substitution, so this hydrogen is also going to be replaced, this hydrogen is also going to be replaced, and this one. And instead of that, chlorine is going to be attached. So how many chlorine are now? Yes, Abdullah.
Ravi 7, Ravi
What?
siphon downstream, Navapind.
How many?
Chlorine.
How many?
Four.
Four. So 4 means tetra, chloro, because chlorine is there. If there would be bromine, so we'll write it down bromo,
And for
right?
fluorine.
And for fluoro.
Yeah.
So fluorine we'll write on fluoro.
And
And
it's
methane, because we have done this reaction in methane, so we have written methane.
Miss,
Tetra,
can you show like how do we draw the displayed formula for tetrachloromethane?
single carbon,
Yeah.
हेलो वालेकुम सलाम
carbon
अपना इधर सेक्रेटरी से कॉल आई है
with
वो
chlorine.
पूछ रहे हैं ये रावी साइफन डाउनस्ट्रीम नवा पेंड है वहां पे दरिया कटाव कर रहा है इसको फौरी चेक करके मुझे रिपोर्ट करो सेक्रेटरी से कॉल आई
This is the
रावी
display structure.
साइफन है जहाँ पे
Yeah.
वहां पे
This is
डाउनस्ट्रीम है नवा पेंड
tetrachloromethane.
Yes, this is tetrachloromethane.
वहां पे दरिया कटाव कर रहा है
Understood.
Clear?
Yeah.
ठीक है वो फोन आया सेक्रेटरी से
Okay.
तो
So,
वो उन्होंने रिपोर्ट करना है एक्सिम साहब ने मुझे वहां पे चेक करके तो क्या पोजीशन है नवा पिंड पिंड का नाम पता था क्या
now this is a combustion reaction. Carbon dioxide and water is going to
अच्छा
be released.
उनकी उनकी
Okay. Now moving
उनकी जो
forward,
अच्छा पहला सेक्शन आपका नहीं आता
the chain grows by one carbon atom each time. Obviously, you know that after one
नो
carbon, so one by one the carbon atom changes. A family of compounds like this, which fits in a general formula, has a similar chemical properties, is called a homologous series. Usually in papers, they can ask you the definition of homologous. Homo, as I've told you, the word means same. So they have the same chemical properties, but different physical properties. They are usually found from oil and natural gas, that is a fossil fuel. The larger the chain, the higher the boiling point. This is what we have already started. So I'm moving forward. Now we can use alkanes in different ways. For example, we can use it in the production of the polymers. We can use it for the synthesis of many drugs and medicines, for as a plant hormone. It can be used as a component of basic gasoline. It is a major component of a natural gas, and it is also used in the manufacturing of paraffin wax. Now, this concept is important. This is isomers. Now, the word isomers usually have the same molecular formula, but different structural formula. Same molecular formula, what does it mean? That C4H10 will remain like that, but we can represent this in a different way. For example, I'm drawing carbon. C4H10 means I have to draw 4 carbons right? So I can draw these carbon in a straight chain. This is one way of representing the structure. But this is not the only way. For example, carbon, carbon, and over here, I have also attached carbon. Instead of making a straight line, I have attached one of the carbon like this. So this is an isomer. These two structures are isomer of each other. This is a straight chain, and this is a, we can say this is a branch chain structure. Are you
But
getting it?
what is the importance of the isomers?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question, beta?
Like, miss, why do we need to know isomers?
Beta, these isomers basically have, because we, if we need to make different sort of drugs and chemicals, right, we usually make different types of isomers because it just changes their certain properties. Some get light resistant, some get bacterial resistant. So in order to just changing the position of one of the carbon atom, their property changes,
Yes.
right? So that is why, inshallah, when you are going to study in detail about the organic chemistry, then you will probably study that how, why is there is a need to change, to convert it into isomer. And they isomer like this, there are many ways to make the isomer. Stereoisomerism is also there. So inshallah, in the later A levels, you are going to study this thing. So up till now, see, we have 4 carbon atoms in a straight chain and in a branch chain as well. This is a straight chain structure, and this is a branch structure where 3 carbon and one other carbon is attached over here. Are you clear with this isomer?
Understood.
Okay. Now this is very important, that you should know how to name the isomer. Though both are butane, because both of them are having 4 carbon atoms. But how are you going to name it? First of all, see a larger chain, a straight chain. In this case, the straight chain contains 4 carbon. In this case, the straight chain contains 3 carbon is attached as an extended part, right? So, and it is attached at second position, right? This is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. So this is attached with the second position, and this group is known as methyl group. Why this is methyl? Because if it is attached with one more hydrogen, then it would be methane,
Yeah,
right?
it's
The
it's,
first member,
it's
but
methyl.
yes, one hydrogen is missing, so it is methyl. And as it is attached with the second carbon, so 2-methyl propane. This is butane. This is also known as isobutane or 2-methyl propane. Are you getting it?
No, miss. No.
Beta, see over here, how many carbon atoms are here? 4. So this is directly known as butane. Though here carbon atoms are 4, so that is why we have named as isobutane. Why isobutane? Because it is similar to this, but it is having their own identity. It is a little different from this as well. One thing.
Do we need to know whether if this is isobutane?
Yes, you need to know that. And their original name is 2-methyl propane. How can we name it original? How can we do its naming? Its naming is done, first of all, see the longest chain, which is the longest straight chain. So there are 2 types of chain. One is this, the vertical. So this horizontal one basically contains 3 carbon.
सर शिजाज से पहले बात हुई थी तो
So it is
So this,
ओवरसीज अकरम
yes, so
सेक्शन
it
में
is
नवा फ्रेंड
propane.
आता है तो उसको मैंने
And this methyl is attached with the second carbon. So this is 2-methyl propane.
yes, got it.
Okay. Now moving to the next member, fifth member. Always keep that in mind, beta. Alkanes, the isomers of alkanes, it starts from fourth member. First three members, they don't have any isomers. Now, talking to the fifth member contains a straight chain structure. This is a straight chain structure. Then we have isopentane. We can attach one carbon above it as well, and or we can attach two carbons above and below it. This also contains 5 carbons, right? All these structures contain 5 carbons, so all of them are isomers of pentane. But keep that in mind. How are we going to name them out? So the first is normal pentane. This is isopentane, and the other name is methyl butane. Or
Butane
you can write the
has a chain of
butane
4
is,
carbons.
yes, the larger chain is of 4, so that is why butane. And this is a methyl group, though we can write it down as 2-methyl butane as well. It's up to you.
2-methyl butane.
Yeah. Now over here, see the longest chain is of 3, whether we see horizontally or vertically. So we'll write it down propane. And if we, for example, if I'm looking at this one, if I'm looking at this longer chain vertically, so this is propane, and this is a methyl group, one methyl group, and this is another methyl group. So 2 methyl groups are attached, so we'll say that dimethyl propane. Di means 2, and methyl group is attached, so that is why dimethyl, and it is attached to the propane, so dimethyl propane.
But on the side, methyl is also attached, like on the right and left side. Yes,
लेकिन वो फिर दोबारा हीट अप हो रही थी तो मैंने तुफैल को कॉल की.
We have counted it as a longer chain, ना?
सर मुझे 5 मिनट दे, मैं ऐसे कंटिन्यूअसली रिंग्स कर रहा हूँ. वो
got it. Yeah.
Right? Or we can do the other way around as well. For example,
चले वैसे
I'll take this vertical line as a longest chain. It's one and the same thing. Right? This is propane,
Yeah.
and this is a methyl group, and this is a methyl group. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Now properties of isomers. They have lower boiling points than straight chain alkanes. This is the one thing that I have already told you, that their properties changes.
सेक्रेट नवा पिंड थोड़ा
Clear?
इलाके नवा पिंड
So
राफी
what is the basic property that changes is that they have a lower boiling
हाँ
point
जी
than
उत्थे
the
दरिया
other
कटाव
one.
करदा पे
The
सेक्रेट तो
branches
बढ़िया
make it
धड़
more
धड़ कॉला आ
difficult
रही ने
for the
ते वो
molecules
मैंने
to
फौरी
get closer
देख के
and
दसो
attract
किसी
each
चीज
other. That obviously
कटाव
branches
करदा
makes
पे
a
कटाव
difference. There is a part.
हाँ
They are
वो
apart
जरा
from each other,
सिचुएशन
so
हाँ
they don't get
हाँ
closer to each
नवे
other.
पिंड को नया
They
नवा
burn a
पिंड
little less
रावी
readily
साइफन
in
डाउन
oxygen as compared to the simple one.
हाँ डावी साफन का डाउनस्ट्रीम नवा पिंड आता है.
Okay, so here we were checking that they are carbon compounds with the hydrocarbons. They have benzene ring. Inshallah, benzene ring is in A levels. That is, we are going to study there. Alkanes, alkenes, and then alkynes. Okay, now complete this equation and balance it.
So C3H8 is propane plus oxygen.
Mhm.
So miss, it will become carbon dioxide.
Okay.
Plus water.
Yes, and balance that equation now.
Miss, wait, I will write it.
You can write it on a piece of paper and then you can balance it.
स्टोरी ये क्या लगा हुआ आप? क्या खा के आई हो? केले केले खाए आपने मुझे नहीं खाने थे नूडल्स। पापा को नूडल्स खिलाने थे हैं?
Miss, it will become C3H8 plus 5O2 and then 3CO2 plus 4H2O.
3CO2. Yes, 3CO2 plus 4H2O.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we are done with this topic. Any questions, Bete, regarding this topic?
Mm, I don't think so.
Okay. So everything is clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So inshallah, the new presentation, we're going to start it tomorrow. Just go through this one. If you have any query, any problem related to the alkanes, we can share. You can share the problem through WhatsApp, or we can share it in the class. I'll ask some quick questions from you tomorrow according to this chapter, and inshallah after that we'll start on with the new presentation, right?
Yeah, we can start with fractional distillation.
Yeah, inshallah tomorrow we are going to start with it.
Miss, is there any homework for today?
You just need to go through this one, and I'll text you out some of the substitution reaction, right? I'll text you out how to, we're going to make a chain substitution reaction of ethane molecule, right? Show the steps of ethane molecule undergoing a substitution reaction.
All right.
Okay, I'll give you the detailed question that with which you have to do the substitution with bromine or fluorine. I'll text you out the question. Okay.
Bye, Miss.
Okay. Take care. Allah Hafiz.